What if I told you that a hotel, built in the late 19th century, holds the spirits of those who never checked out? What if, late at night, you could hear the sounds of footsteps in empty hallways, whispers in rooms that haven't been booked in years, or the chilling feeling of being watched by something that isn't quite human? This is the story of the Queen and Hotel, San Francisco, a place with a history so dark and unnerving. It's said that those who dare stay the night are often never the same. The Queen and Hotel opened in 1890 as a girls' boarding school. The building, a grand Victorian structure, stood proudly on a quiet street, with its stained glass windows and ornate woodwork, welcoming young women from all over the country. But behind the grandeur, there was an unsettling truth. The headmistress, Mary Lake, was a strict, almost cruel woman. She ran the school with an iron fist, enforcing endless rules and punishing students for the smallest transgressions. Rumors circulated that she was especially harsh on the young girls who didn't meet her expectations, keeping them isolated, locked away in the farthest corners of the building. But no one could have predicted the tragedy that would unfold. One winter, a particularly harsh storm trapped several students inside the school. As the days went on, food became scarce. Desperate for help, the girls began to panic. But Mary Lake, instead of offering aid, shut herself in her office, her only concern being her reputation. Within days, the students, weakened by hunger and fear, began to die. Some of the girls perished quietly in their rooms. Others did not. Their last cries were heard echoing through the empty halls, and some say, to this day, you can hear their desperate screams at night. The school eventually closed, but its legacy lingered. Mary Lake, consumed by guilt or perhaps something darker, retreated into isolation. She was never seen again. In the early 1900s, the building was repurposed into a hotel. But the curse of the Queen and Hotel remained. Guests reported strange happenings almost immediately. Footsteps pacing the empty halls. Strange whispers in the dark. The feeling of a cold presence standing behind them when they were alone in their rooms. One guest, staying on the second floor, woke up to find her bed sheets pulled tightly around her body, almost as if someone had tucked her in, but no one was there. Others have reported glimpsing a woman in Victorian clothing, standing near the staircase, staring down at them with hollow eyes. Some say she's looking for the girls who once roamed these halls, their spirits trapped by the anguish of their deaths. But the most chilling account came from a group of guests who stayed in room 410, a room where the air always felt unnaturally cold, no matter how high the thermostat was turned. That night, one of the guests claimed to have been woken by the sound of a woman sobbing softly. When she got up to investigate, she saw the figure of a woman standing by the window, staring out into the fog. The woman didn't move. She just stared. When the guest called out to her, the figure turned, revealing a twisted, contorted face. Pale and gaunt, with dark hollow eyes that seemed to pierce through the guest's very soul. The guest ran, but not before seeing a shadow move toward her, as if to follow her out the door. Today, the Queen and Hotel is still in operation, but it's known as one of the most haunted hotels in San Francisco. People from all over the world visit, hoping to experience the supernatural for themselves. And many leave with a story to tell, some laughing it off as just a ghost story. Others leave shaken, convinced that there is something more sinister in those old, dark halls. They say the spirits of the girls, and perhaps the ghost of Mary Lake herself, still haunt the Queen and Hotel. Sometimes, they say you can hear them whispering late at night, or see their faces peering out from behind the curtains, watching, waiting. But there's one thing no one can ever explain. Guests report that the haunting doesn't always end when they leave. Some say they're followed. Some hear the footsteps trailing behind them as they walk down the street. And others, well, they find themselves dreaming of the hotel, nightmares of the same twisted woman, staring at them from the darkness. The Queen and Hotel may be a place of luxury now, but it's built on a foundation of tragedy. And some tragedies are too powerful to ever leave.